Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of our series in which we present Agentforce Vibes. My name is Philippe Ozil, I'm a developer advocate at Salesforce. In the previous episode, we saw how to work with third-party MCP servers. In this episode, we'll explore how you, as a developer, can collaborate seamlessly with designers by generating Lightning Web components from Figma design files, all thanks to Agentforce Vibes. We'll start with an overview of the tools that we'll use. We'll then look at how to configure these tools. Then we'll see a practical example with a demo in which we'll generate Lightning Web components from Figma. Figma is a browser-based design tool that designers and developers use to collaborate to design and build user interfaces. Salesforce designers use Figma extensively to build our products, and we ship our Salesforce Design Lightning system, known as SLDS, as a Figma template. Here you can see our official SLDS2 design file with all of our base components. Using the SLDS design file is extremely convenient because you can copy base components like this button from here and then add them to your custom UI designs and reconfigure them. What's even better now is that on top of manually implementing components and UI from Figma design files, you can directly generate Lightning Web components thanks to Agentforce Vibes. Here's how it works. You start by installing the FrameLink third-party MCP tool that allows Agentforce Vibes to read Figma files. You then prompt for a LWC to be generated from a given Figma design file thanks to its URL. This triggers the Guide Figma to LWC conversion tool from the Salesforce DX MCP server. This tool provides guidance on how to build the LWC and how to retrieve the design. Next, the Get Figma Data tool from the FrameLink MCP server is called. It reads the provided Figma design file and loads its data in the conversation context. Finally, the Create LWC component from PRD tool is called with the design file data and the enriched conversation context. Thanks to all of this, the tool generates the desired LWC. A quick note of warning about Figma: you'll be using the Figma API to retrieve your designs and there are rate limits that apply. Now, depending on the license you have for Figma, the number of API access is very limited. It's up to 6 per month on the lower tier, so make sure you have the right license, otherwise you will be stuck after a number of design retrievals. In order to access the Figma designs, we need to set up the FrameLink third-party MCP server. All you have to do is to copy this template in your MCP server configuration file and get a Figma access token. In Figma, go to Settings, then Security. Scroll down to Personal Access Tokens and click Generate New Token. From there, provide a name for your token so that you can keep track of it, set an expiration date, select the File Content Read Scope. This is the only one you'll need. Click Generate Token. At this point, you'll want to copy the token. Remember that it must remain a secret, so keep it safe and never share it. Now that you have the access token, update your MCP server configuration file with it. As soon as you save the file, the MCP servers restart and you should see the two FrameLink tools, including the Get Figma Data tool. This is the one that we'll use. Before we jump to the demo, I recommend that you take a look at the docs for the Guide Figma to LWC conversion tool. There are a number of Figma best practices to apply to your design for getting the best results with the LWC generation tool. Now that this is covered, let's get to the demo. I'll be honest with you, I'm no designer or Figma expert, but I've been able to put together a basic UI design thanks to the official SLDS resources. I've created this reasonably complex form with a mix of various inputs spread over 2 columns within a card. I'm going to copy a link to this design so that I can use it in my prompt. Back in VS Code, I can send a prompt that asks the dev agent to generate an LWC from my Figma design file using the link that I just copied. As the dev agent works, you can now see that it calls the tools from the workflow that we just covered earlier. Fast forward, I've deployed the newly generated component and we can now compare our original design with our LWC. As you can see, the two are extremely close. You may need to fine-tune the style afterwards, but this is a great time saver. This approach is also a convenient way to quickly prototype UI design and let business users provide feedback early on, so keep this in mind. That's it for today. You've learned how to generate a landing web component from a Figma design file thanks to Agentforce Vibes. We took a look at the workflow, you saw how to configure the tools, and you saw a demo of the entire process. In the next episode, we'll cover how to work with DevOps Center and Agentforce Vibes. Thanks for watching. I hope that you found this content useful. Make sure to like this video and to subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and see you in the next episode.